Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from Ronin Sabers, and today another install review for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, website roninsabers.com where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link in the description below. So we have a One Replica's Super Stunt Graphics, or SSGF. This is designed to be a Revenge of the Sith version, and so he sent it out to another company. I'll make sure to send a screenshot of their company there. They basically got it to the accuracy and stuff as Revenge of the Sith. There were a few things I had to do to make this install friendly. One thing is that the Covertech wheel or screw had to be replaced so that you'd have chassis clearance or sanded down. And then the other thing is that this copper button here was glued in, but it had like a huge extruding copper rod. It wasn't threaded like it was a screw, but it was just kind of extruding out there. And so I ended up sanding that down, which was kind of a pain because I couldn't remove the button prior to it to sand it down and then glue it in. And I didn't want to try to remove it without possibly damaging the hilt. So I ended up sanding it down from the inside, and then I think that was kind of it. It was a very simple install for the most part. You've got a stock V3 connector in there. You've got two buttons, power and aux, or auxiliary. And then you have the retention screw is inside the bunny ears. I did contemplate drilling and screwing into this hole here for a 440 screw for secondary retention just to make it even more sturdy. You can definitely go in and do that. I had a flathead screwdriver that would have fit in there. You have a Proffieboard 3.9 running ProffieOS 7.15, or what's the newest one? I forget the newest one. And then you have a removable battery system, positive and negative. And then you've got a 28mm speaker from the Saber Merchant. And then you have a kill switch as well, which is very nice and very essential. This chassis is not going anywhere. It is extremely tough. The customer, again, wanted to be able to spar with the Saber. I don't recommend, but I did keep that in mind when designing the Saber. It is extremely snug. The entire thing is like very, very tough. The Proffieboard is not going anywhere. The chassis is not going anywhere. The buttons are held in very, very securely. This all should fare very well against another blade. Again, for operation, the customer here didn't want any character-specific sound fonts. He said he was going to go through and code them himself, and so I didn't really put any character-specific sound fonts on here, just the basic install. And so, yeah. You have Battle by Kyberphonic on there. One thing that I was going to mention, that I can mention now, is that the pommel section for this didn't have very good venting, and so I ended up taking it off, and the people that originally did the accuracy for Revenge of the Sith glued it very oddly inside the speaker, which messed up the speaker and stuff. Not speaker, but like speaker channel and stuff. So as of right now, I have it open for venting and stuff, which again, it is very loud. I actually turned it down for the video. I would recommend trying to go through and getting something else to put it in there. For right now, I'm probably go through and glue that so it's spaced so it doesn't make contact with the speaker, but the speaker meets that lip almost exactly. And so I would go either A, you can keep it like this, which is what I would do, and spar with it, because it should protect it from most drops. But if you want to do it, I would recommend putting something in there like a cap and then gluing it in that doesn't interfere with the speaker. Without further ado, let's put in a blade and show you off the fonts. Alright, so as mentioned earlier, the first font up is Battle V1 by Kyberphonic. This is, again, my basic package with just free available fonts. I'm sure the customer is fairly familiar with the button setup, but I'll go through it anyways. You just tap to turn on, tap to turn off. You do have gesture features, twist on and twist off, as well as thrust on and stab on, if I can do it. Maybe not. And so, yeah. Blasters. You can, of course, turn off gesture features while the Saber is off. You can hold the power button and tap it.
Gestures off.
And you can do the opposite to turn it back on.
Gestures on.
But yeah. Blasters, just tap the aux button. Multi-blast, you can either hold it for 2 seconds and let go. We'll get that multi-blast begin sound. Swing it. If you want to get out of it, you can hold it down for another 2 seconds. The guns will overheat, and you're back to normal. For lockup, you just hold and clash. For lightning block, you want to hold power, tap aux. Flashes, smooth swing, accents. Color changing is the opposite of lightning block, so hold the auxiliary button, tap power. You can go through the color wheel, go back to the previous code color, just hit aux. There we go. This does have a volume menu as well.
Volume menu.
And so you can go by turning the Saber off, holding the power button, and tapping the aux button.
Maximum
and you can
volume.
rotate the Saber for volume.
Maximum volume.
Those are good. You can tap the power button.
Exiting volume menu.
For battery monitor, it's the opposite, so hold aux, tap power while the Saber's off.
Battery level 94%.
I'll give you the battery say command. And then, yeah, for tracks on one button, you just want to hold down the power button, let go.
Loop.
It says dual fates. A lot of these will just have dual fates on there as the coded track. But yeah, next up. This is Battle 2. Got a nice dark side stuff on there. Different sounding stuff. Force effects, just hold for 2 seconds, let go. Next up.
Green.
This is Kyber's Workshop. Green.
Purple.
Purple. The same Kyber's Workshop.
Yellow. White.
This is Assassin by Grayscale Fonts. Very interesting blade style to it. This is Civ by Grayscale Fonts. This is Exalted by Grayscale Fonts, so an unstable blade on there. Next up. And last but not least, you have your passive battery monitor, which fades from green to red, depending on the battery voltage, and of course the party blade. So that includes the install for the One Replica's Super Stunt Graph Flex. Of course, I hope the customer enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed this little review. Have a wonderful day, and may the force be with you.